watching for the first time, this is Dr. Bhavya. I do videos related to videos and dentistry. Okay, and today we are going to discuss about anatomy of the scalp, which is first previous syllabus. Okay, our team Study Dental has initiated to give a nice material in like the mind map format of every subject and whole videos covering first to fourth videos in the form of mind maps, and each and every lesson. Yeah, who are interested in buying it, please DM to my Instagram. I'll give the Study Dental Instagram link in my description. So without getting into the delay, we'll go into the topic anatomy of the scalp. Okay, anatomy of the scalp. Scalp has 5 layers. First, scalp is extended from the forehead to the occipital region. The layer covering the cranium is called as scalp. Okay, 5 layers coming from the scalp. Name only we can get the 5 layers of the scalp. Okay, S goes for skin. It's the outermost layer. Okay, and C goes for connective tissue. A goes for aponeurosis. Okay, L goes for loose areolar tissue. P goes for periosteum. So, by see, this is cranium. Layer covering the cranium is called as scalp. No, so above the cranium we will have the periosteum. Above the periosteum we will have the loose areolar tissue. Above that we will have the aponeurosis. Above that we will have the connective tissue. Above that we will have the skin. Uppermost part, that is the skin. Skin consists of follicles of hair and sebaceous glands. Okay. Now coming to connective tissue. So connective tissue is rich of blood supply. So arterial supply and many blood vessels comes from this. See, puncturing of these blood vessels leads to profuse bleeding of the scalp. Any injury leading to the rupture of these layer or injury to these layer causes the profuse bleeding of the scalp. Aponeurosis, it is consists of muscles. Aponeurosis consists of muscles, that is occipitalis and frontalis. So, see, from here frontalis muscle comes and attaches, from here occipitalis muscle comes and attaches. Okay, so this is the aponeurosis, is totally of tendons and muscles. Now coming to loose areolar tissue. Here we have the emissary veins and pterygoid veins. Its most important point, pterygoid venous plexus. See, this is called as the dangerous area of the scalp. So it is a danger. We should not do this. Like this will be there. So it's a dangerous area of the scalp will be loose areolar tissue, because any rupture of these emissary veins or pterygoid venous plexus injury leading to it will connect, emissary veins connect the venous plexus, some like these nerve endings will be there. This doesn't have walls. So what is the function of wall? It prevents the black flowing of the blood. See, once if the blood is present, it will go like this only. So by the opening of the valve, it will go like this. If valve is not there, it can go like this or like this. So backward flowing of the blood will also be present in the emissary veins. So the rupture of anything, any emissary veins or any injury to this thing leads to the profuse bleeding and leads to, and it causes leading to very accumulation of so much amount of blood there and rupture of many pterygoid plexus of veins all these things occurs leading to sometimes it may lead to death also. Okay, it's a dangerous area of the scalp, means here injury should not occur at any time. Coming to periosteum. See, covering of cranial covering is the periosteum. Periosteum is continued with the endosteum. Endosteum at the sutures. Sutures are the persons where two bones meet. This is one bone, this is one bone. The two bones meet, it is the suture. Here the periosteum is continuous with the endosteum. So these are the layers of the scalp. What will occur if skin damages, what will occur? Follicles will damage and sebaceous glands will damage. Connective tissue damages, it will leading to profuse bleeding. Aponeurosis damage, pull off the fascia, one side will be pull off fascia, one side will be there. All these things will occur. Loose areolar tissue damages leading to profuse bleeding and venous emissary veins will be ruptured and all these things. This is a dangerous area of the scalp. And periosteum, any injury to the periosteum will go into the cranium also, at the sutural points, at the endosteum, all these things will occur. And this is the scalp anatomy. How, what is there, what, which place it is there, what, where to where it belongs to, all these things. Now coming to arterial supply of the scalp. See, arterial supply of the scalp present in the connective tissue area. Arterial supply of the scalp is done by external carotid artery and internal carotid artery. External carotid artery and superior trochlear artery, posterior auricular artery, and internal carotid artery, it will be ophthalmic artery. Ophthalmic artery is again giving two branches to the scalp, that is supraorbital and supratrochlear. See, posterior auricular, posterior auricular. See, posterior auricular means presence of ear here, like this it will be present. Auricle means it's something related to ear. Okay, see, just we can say by name auricle. Auricle means which is something related to ear. Posterior to ear, posterior to ear, it supplies the part beneath the auricle and posterior to auricle. Okay, supratrochlear and superior trochlear and supraorbital and supratracheal. Okay. Now coming to venous supply, same the veins which supply these arteries. And coming to venous supply, same as the arterial supply we have discussed here. And now coming, extra veins are again added here, that is emissary veins and pterygoid venous plexus. Now coming to nerve supply. Nerve supply, we have supratrochlear and supraorbital nerves, which are branch of ophthalmic. And again we have zygomaticotemporal and auriculotemporal. Same here, auricle supplies to the beside the ear area, zygomatic besides the zygomatical temporal region. Okay, this is all about the anatomy of the scalp, which related to arterial supply, venous supply, nerve supply, and what are the layers of the scalp, how it will be there, how we will be dealt with that, and all these things. It is a 4-mark answer. Generally they will ask in 4-mark answer. And yeah, it is given in the see, we will give arterial like this: arterial supply one side, nerve supply one side, venous supply one side, and layers in between, and scalp. All these things will be given in the mind map format. All this will be given in the mind map format. Okay, these mind map format, if you want to get any subject or any year, you can contact me in the Study Dental Instagram, which link will be provided in the description. Okay, Study Dental in Instagram. Now okay, that's all about the today's video, and thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Viewers who are watching video for the first time, please do subscribe to my channel, and do follow Study Dental on Instagram.